Did you know there are students all over Massachusetts who are collecting data to track the impact of climate change? I recently learned about the Harvard Forest Schoolyard Ecology program, which was created in 2004 by a group of ecologists at the Harvard Forest in Petersham, Massachusetts. These ecologists decided that there was no better way to engage K through 12 students in the scientific process than to have them actually be a part of it. So they developed the Schoolyard Ecology program, which allows students and teachers to do the same type of research projects ecologists are conducting at Harvard Forest, but in their own schoolyards. There are many ongoing research projects within the Schoolyard Ecology program, but the most popular is the Bud Leaves and Global Warming project. For this, all that's needed is access to a deciduous tree, meaning a tree that sheds its leaves in the winter. Teachers and students select certain study trees in their schoolyard and make observations throughout the year. The students can track things like when the leaves change color, when the leaves drop, when buds appear, and when buds burst. And the following school year, a new class of students can continue studying the exact same study trees. Currently, about 88 schools are participating in the Schoolyard Ecology program. It started with schools in Massachusetts, but it's now grown to include classrooms all over the Northeast. There are even classrooms in New York City, in Washington, D.C., and in Georgia. The data that these students is collecting is really valuable because it's coming in from many different regional locations and documents environments over many years, which is useful for studying things like the impact of climate change on local ecosystems, since that type of change can be gradual and we get a better picture of it the more years of data we have collected. So all in all, students are getting to explore the environment around them and engage in science, all while participating in real research projects that are helping us better understand how climate change is impacting our world. If you're interested in joining this robust community of citizen scientists, there are many ways to get involved. Educators who are interested in having their classrooms participate in the Schoolyard Ecology program can reach out to Catherine Hinkle, the current youth education manager for the program, and the person who I spoke to for this story. Trainings are held throughout the year for teachers, as well as workshops that anyone in the community can attend that are focused on things like data literacy and how to navigate the public ecological database. And if you'd like to hear stories from the educators and the student scientists who are participating in this program and making this research possible, you can read about their experiences by checking out the Schoolyard Scientist Substack newsletter, as well as listening to the Schoolyard Scientist podcast.
See you next time on Did You Know with Shannon Geary.
Support for the Civic SciTV network comes from viewers, readers, and listeners like you. Visit civicscitv.org to learn more.
Water is life, and access to clean water is a pressing issue for communities across the world. In Pacific H2O, your students will purify water using chemical engineering. With 4 reflective lessons, this module is aligned to both US and New Zealand standards. To understand the importance of water across Pacific nations, we'll hear from experts, test for impurities and perform water treatments, and reflect on Samoan water proverbs. Students will mind map what water means to them, perform a hands-on water purification lab driven by a web-based game, and propose solutions to real problems faced by communities across the Pacific. This unit is about the importance of water and the challenges of providing clean water. From the water purification lab with 3 realistic water samples to heartfelt artwork by a Samoan artist, students will gain a new appreciation and respect for water's life-giving abilities. The best part, this lesson is completely free and editable thanks to a grant to Dr. Matthew Cowan's lab at the University of Canterbury.